Not sure why, but the stream... Oh, it's back. It's back. Having some streaming problems. No, not that kind of streaming problems. YouTube streaming problems. For some reason, my OBS, the Open Broadcasting System software, was not... It was streaming all right. And for a time there, YouTube was connecting. And now I've got a bad stream. And they put bad stream in red. Now, for somebody who in the past has had those kind of problems, red is not the color I want to see. Nor yellow. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about today, friends. I'm Ernie with the Trader of Futures. And you may have noticed on my YouTube channel that I have changed the banner a little bit. Changed it to PatternCast by Trader of Futures, where we offer trader signals for cryptocurrency, forex futures, and stocks. And the cryptocurrency isn't a reality yet. It will be very soon, probably within about a week and a half or so. If you're interested in cryptocurrency signals using our PatternCast technology, which has already proven itself to be, beyond great for forex futures and equities, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter what kind of trading assets. So for those who are going to make the argument that, well, technical analysis doesn't work for crypto, we don't use technical analysis at all. At all. For these PatternCast signals. No, sir. No technical analysis over here. Nope. Everything is kind of an artificial intelligence pattern recognition system that just looks at reams and reams of data and makes sense of it where humans cannot. This same technology could just as easily be used for doing weather predictions or sports betting or guessing an election or anything that has a tremendous amount of data that it can look at and find patterns in. So it doesn't even really need us to train it, to tell you the truth. It only needs to get a little time, spend a little time with the data, get cozy with it, and then it starts finding patterns. And then starts creating what-if analysis, saying that, man, this pattern, this developing situation has happened many times before, or it looks like that, or it's similar to. And if it continues this way and does this, there's a high likelihood that this will come to fruition. That is the real layman's way of looking at it, and it's seeing these patterns that we can't see. In a lot of ways, I look at volume profile like that. Volume profile. The difference is that volume profile is so in your face that if you start understanding the behavior of assets based on the demand for those assets, which is what volume is. It is a pure reflection of the demand of that asset. Pure reflection. If you start understanding it from that perspective, gaining an understanding, or at least a high probability outlook of where price is going to go, starts becoming relative child's play. And this is one of the techniques that I've used for the past 2 years that has proven that I am, without a doubt, the best Bitcoin analyst out there on the market today. Now, there was a time where I was growing rapidly, and this analysis method was taking off and people were recognizing it, because I had started posting things on TradingView, this analysis, and then discussing it on YouTube, and people were saying, "Holy crap, this guy's right like every friggin' day. He's called every single move, left, right, up, down." And then there's proof of it. Maybe I should start doing that. And I started doing that, Like, so for instance, I have this chart here. Now, of course, I've called this entire... I'm kicking myself for not having put all my analysis there and putting it in TradingView so that you could have seen I have called every single one of these moves. And we're now heading on to this next step here. Based on my Bitcoin, both pattern recognition, volume profile, and my industry experience analysis. So it looks like we are going to dip down a little bit further with a little reprieve here, maybe a little bump up, and then continue down to 8,000 or below. If we get below that, if we get below, say, 7,600, then it's a long drop down all the way to about 5,200. Very quickly. Very, very quickly. There's a fair amount of chance that we could hang out here for a little bit and continue to increase the power of this node, or show that the market is saying, hey, we see a little bit of value in this 8,000 area. That's what I see happening. So maybe I should start publishing these like I did before, where everybody can see it. Because a lot of people say, well, yeah, that's just you just say that, Ernie. What proof do you have? Isn't declining volume on declining price a bullish signal? No, not necessarily. I'm not sure where you get that. Declining price on declining volume. No, as a matter of fact, it's not. I mean, it could be, but not in this case. Definitely not. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin price in the near term? How low can it go? Do you see any respite? Is that what everybody's looking for? For me to tell them when Bitcoin is going to hit a low and then it's no time to pile in? See, my long-term analysis still holds. I don't see any real reason, any fundamental reason why Bitcoin should take off. Like virtually every single analyst now. For instance, look, man, if you go to YouTube, and let's do this. We'll go to YouTube. We'll type in Bitcoin. Let's filter that by today. And let's take a look at this. Crypto Zombie says it's the last chance to buy the dip. We never may see Bitcoin under 10,000 again. Where have you heard that before? Everywhere! Bitcoin to 370,000 and next all-time high. Bitcoin investors, be ready for what's to come. That's Cryptos Are Us. Data Dash, the most overrated fucking dildo in the crypto industry. A millennial dingbat. I don't know why anybody listens to this guy. He's a fucking retard. Holy crap. What the hell are you people thinking? By the way, people on Wall Street, this is how they talk. That's just the way they talk. I mean, I've been on Wall Street for many years. I haven't been there for a few years. It's been a while. But trust me, this is how they fucking talk. Worse, actually. Massive bank bullish on Bitcoin. Yeah, I also heard that China now is showing signs of bullishness based on some bullshit analysis of a Chinese newspaper article on Bitcoin, which was nothing more than a history of Bitcoin. He says, well, one must assume that since they're putting the history of Bitcoin, this must be a positive sign because they're trying to educate all their people. And even though they don't allow ICOs, they don't allow miners, they have their own not crypto, but their own special phone-based currency. It's actually like a QR code-based currency, and they don't want anything infiltrating that. Do I think Bitcoin will go to 100,000? The full Ivan on tech. Another millennial fucktard. Holy crap. Why anybody gives this guy the time of day? He's never had a single fucking call right, ever! Crypto. The second golden cross tomorrow. You know, let me give you some information. Most people, you know, they hear this idea of a golden cross. Most people have no friggin' idea what a golden cross is. Or they find out what a golden cross is. They hear some analysts talking it up as if this is some predication of where price is going to go, that it's about to just blast off. It is the most positive sign in the universe for you to start piling in. Is such bullshit. If you were to take a look at Golden Cross of every single major index out there, every single crypto for that matter, every single time a Golden Cross has occurred, which basically means that the 50-day moving average has crossed up above the 200-day moving average. That cross they call the Golden Cross. Supposed to indicate that good times ahead. It's sort of like red at night, sailor's delight. Red in the morning, sailors take warning. Well, a Golden Cross is supposed to be red at night, sailor's delight. Which is also bullshit. So anyways, a Golden Cross is supposed to be some, positive outlook on the market. In actuality, if you would take a look at all the major indexes going back forever and look at every single Golden Cross that has ever occurred, for that matter, even for bearish devil's crosses or whatever they want to call them, they only have about 27 to 33% predictive rate. That's way below even a coin flip. As a matter of fact, you might call that a negative prediction. Ernie, why is price holding at 9,500? It's not holding at 9,500. Who says price is holding at 9,500? Because in your tiny microcosm of time that you see it hanging out at 9,500 for a few hours, you think for some reason, no, it is solid there. It is in cement. No. Jesus fucking Christ, get your hand and your face out of the fucking toilet. Develop a big picture. Price moves up and down. There is nothing special about 9,500. Absolutely nothing. Delta Digger says Bitcoin moving up to 23,675.43, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know what the dots mean. What fucking country are you from? Who the fuck uses dots? 23.675.43? That looks like a fucking telephone number, not a... What the fuck? Excuse us for demanding proof of the statement that you're the number one Bitcoin analyst on the planet. Alex, all you got to do, well, actually, you can't go back and look at my old channel because it doesn't exist, because the Bitcoin maximalists that were really concerned, well, actually, you can go back to my TradingView account under the name Junto Coin and look at my analysis from way back then, and you will see that I did call every single move. Every single move. So even though they deleted my YouTube channel back in May of 2018, there is still evidence out there. They couldn't suppress it. That I have called every move. And of course, since then, I've been calling the short every rally thing for about 10 months in a row. I had nothing to say about this move up, other than that I shorted it at about 8,500, made some good money, and then went long from there. All right, so nothing wrong with that. I held since, the 3,500. Again, nothing wrong with that. I didn't say pile into it. I didn't say pile into it because I was unsure that it was going to be turning into another bubble. But did make a little bit of money on it. And then once it became clear that it was a bubble, I said as much and then called that bubble every step of the way. See, I'm not worried about it, taking off to that 100,000 plateau that everyone's talking about, because I know that's not going to happen anytime soon. There's just no way. Even if you look at it, it's almost like a law of physics thing. It's impossible. Well, it's not impossible. It could, in effect, do that in some kind of exponential move, in a bubble move. It could go to 1 million, but then it will just drop down even faster. Whale manipulators painted the tape from the bottom of 3K to recent high. Well, you could see that. Oh, Michael Goldman, your message is held for review, so I have to review it. Happy Monday, Ernie. You were the first to post a video on YouTube about the IRS letters. Damn it, it was scary watching Stone. A lot of people will get wrecked up their rectum. Yes. All right. So I'm not sure why that was held, but we'll let that go. Yeah. So I've been talking about this a long time. The SEC is down on Bitcoin. The FBI is down on Bitcoin. The CFTC are one of the few that are kind of neutral on it, but they're self-serving. All they want is to have futures products so that they can trade it. They're not an enforcement agency. The government, and particularly with the Treasury, are not happy about any kind of crypto. They're not happy about Libra. They're not happy about any of this shit. And the IRS now is going back retroactively from 2013 to 2017, and they're going to fuck you up the ass if you made anything more than $20,000 worth of transactions with Bitcoin. Trust me, they are. They are going to do it. Alex says, I agree, you did call the moves up until late 2018, but then you never publicly said much about the 4 times rally this year. Well, I just told you what I did say. When it moved up, I said, look, we need to... It started to move up. It was up around 7,000. And I said, I'm still not bullish on this. In fact, we need to wait. These were my words. You can go back and check the videos. That we need to wait for a rounding top to take a short. And then I took a short at about 8,500. That was the last big call that I made. And then from there, after that, I said I'm holding Bitcoin from there. And then I talked about how I used those profits after I got out at about 97.50, I think it was, because I was unsure about exactly where it was going to go. It could go to the moon as far as I thought. And I went out and I bought a bunch of toys, basically bought some very high-end pool cues. That's what I said. That's where I was. And then I started talking about it being just another bubble, and I described it every step of the way. So there's a recap of what actually happened, Alex. But you're right. My partner in PatternCast, he did make the call that he was going long at 31.50. But I'm more of the mind of just, letting these little transgressions, these bubbles go the wayside, because they can be very dangerous sidestepping them and then waiting for more sideways action and trading that. Gianfranco, how you doing? US and G20 are going to make stablecoin illegal as these are means of counterfeiting. TA or not TA, this will screw the crypto market for a long time. And I agree. However, what it will do is there will still be plenty of volatility. And our crypto signals will be able to take advantage of that because we don't really care which way the market's going. We don't care. All we care about are patterns that set up. Patterns that you can't see, that I can't see, that nobody else can see, but the machine can see. Erasmus. Wow. Short every rally? So hard predictions, problems. Is Bitcoin still over 9K? And I bought at 3, 6, and 7. So monkeys can say short every rally and still be right for some months a bit pathetic. Yeah, well, you know, you're new to this, Rasmus, so fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. You have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm very happy that you've made a little bit of money off of Bitcoin. So, anyways, I can't spend too much time on here. Alex says, will you admit you are wrong if the current Bitcoin price pulls back, goes to 7K, consolidates, and then moves back up? So, first of all, what is wrong? I'll tell you what. I'll start putting it in terms of predictive analysis and percentages and give you the highest percentage move, I guess. Will I admit that I'm wrong? I'm not saying anything. What have I predicted? I've predicted that this will continue acting like a bubble. There is a high degree of probability that we will move down to what I've said before, which is the long-term regression line, which is right now currently at about between 5,000 and 6,000. I said it will dip down below that. How far down it will dip below it, I don't know. It could be 100 points, it could be 1,000, it could be 3,000. But that I am fairly sure of. Will I admit that I'm wrong? Sure, I'll admit that I'm wrong. But what does wrong have to do with anything? Sure, I'll admit that I'm wrong, and that'll be 2 times that I would have been wrong in the past 3 years. But I'm not admitting any such thing right now. And what difference does it make anyways? Do you really... I know it won't go up to that 100,000 mark anytime soon, unless it's in the course of some severe manipulation. There simply are not enough people in there. All right, so from a volume profile analysis. All right, so far we have broken out of this little pennant that I talked about, and we're going to work our way down, I believe, to about... looks like about 8,800, where I think there's going to be a little bit of a consolidation, maybe some support there, and then move down to about between 7,900 and 8,100, where we'll have further consolidation. And I believe that we could pop up there, we may pop down, but I think then if we get below the 8,200 mark, that we'll move down quickly. I do think there's a good chance that we'll have a couple of secondary and tertiary bounces here. We're already on this first dead cat bounce. I don't know if you can consider this a secondary dead cat bounce yet, but we're waiting for that secondary and tertiary dead cat bounce. Maybe that will happen at the 8,000 mark. Get that next dead cat bounce and then fall down below. Once we get into this volume well between 5,000 and 8,000, it's good night, Irene. That's right, Adam. Only fools believe in certainty. And I don't believe in certainty. I believe in looking at what are the best possible odds and then placing my prediction based on those best possible odds. Now, let me just say, very soon, very, very soon, hold on, get my head back here. very soon we'll be releasing the PatternCast crypto signals. We are currently working with a major supplier of data, one of the biggest for crypto, and we'll have access to the data so that we can start applying the PatternCast technology to it. And so if you are interested in getting those crypto signals, and I can tell you right now that they're going to be good. I know it for a fact. Because they were good, they've been good for everything else in getting these signals. Then go here to PatternCast.com and then click here for more info. Express your interest, fill out the form, and by doing that, you'll get a special deal on the introduction of those signals. Michael says it feels like the IRS wants to spook us out of the market. No, they just want to make everybody fess up to their responsibility if they're a U.S. citizen to pay their taxes. They want their piece of the action. Alex says, I think your view is that BTC gives up 80%. I didn't announce any kind of percentage. 80% of this parabolic move? No. Good night, Irene, Chuck, is a cliche in American parlance. So anyways, go to PatternCast.com, express your interest. Let's see. It was actually a 20th century American folk standard written in three-quarter time, first recorded by American blues musician Huddy Leadbelly Ledbetter in 1933. And then after that, people started using Goodnight Irene as sort of like, in a fight or something when someone would get clocked. And they would go down and people would say, Goodnight Irene. The lyrics tell of a singer's troubled past with his love, Irene, and expresses his sadness and frustration. In the Urban Dictionary, in the 40s and 50s, after that song was released, the phrase used to describe an event or a situation with a disastrous conclusion, derived from the song Goodnight Irene. So that's where Goodnight Irene comes, and that's where, I don't know who Irene is. I knew a girl once by the name of Irene. Irene Jerulskis. Went to grammar school with her. That's the only Irene. You would think I would know more Irenes coming from Norwood, Massachusetts, where they were 95% Irish Catholic. Irene is largely an Irish name, as far as I know. Michael wants to know, do you think gold will go up after the next Fed meeting? I read they're only doing 25 basis point cut. Well, let's see what the odds are on the cut. Hold on. All right, hold on. So what I'm about to show you is the what the market thinks. So whatever you heard, Michael, if this was coming from CNBC or Bloomberg or water cooler fodder, it's all bullshit until you look at this. This is the actual stats that are derived directly at the CME for those people, for those traders that are actually taking positions in the market. All right. So the current target rate of 2.25 or 2.5. So there is a 74% chance or predictive power that we will be going down to 2.0. Where are we currently? 2.5? So that would be 50 basis points. Or 25 to 50, I guess. So that's where you get the real data. Don't listen to the assholes that are on TV. Go directly to the CME and look up the CME Fed Watch tool. The CME are the people who are providing the futures contracts that all the real traders are actually trading, that are actually determining where this interest rate will most likely go. Chuck A wants to know, can you get Bitcoin PatternCast free when you buy a regular PatternCast? No. You can with... one may make a case for PatternCast members to at some point in the future have the Bitcoin signals included in their service, but it's not. It won't be in the immediate future. However, if you are a lifetime member, then you get everything. You get the regular PatternCast calls, you get the crypto calls, and you also get all of our in-process experimental signals that we are developing. So as a lifetime member, you get all of that. So lifetime members do get it, yes. We're currently at 2.25. So there's a 26%. Okay, so there's a high degree of probability that we're going to go down 25 basis points. Somewhat lower that we could go down 50%, 50 basis points. Thank you, Chuck. All right, I need to go now because I need to go help the wife with something. She has a new client that I need to help her communicate with because she's not around right now. All right, everybody, thank you very much. Please go down, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and share this video. Go to your social media, click that share button, and put it on your Twitter, put it on your Facebook, put it on your LinkedIn, whatever is applicable. I'd really appreciate it. We're going to grow this channel. Within the next year, this channel is going to blow up to 25, 30, 50,000 subscribers. And then you can say you were there at the beginning. You saw it happen. All right. So now the time is near. The time has come to say goodbye. Love you all. Take care.